Well, if your ride's broke down and looking sad, got a clunker car that's just plain bad, don't you fret, don't you worry, don't you sass. Just bring it on down to Chad's Whiskey Gas. He's Chad, he's wild, he's got the speed, fixing up rust buckets, planting a new seed. In the Whiskey Gas garage, you know it's true. He'll get that old forgotten clunker feeling brand new.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Whiskey Gas Garage. Welcome to the episode. Got the TR7 running finally, huh? All right. Running, driving, exciting stuff. You saw it in the last episode. Holden and I knocked that thing out in like a day. Who knew that a car sitting since 2000, we could get it back up and running? Says a lot for that Lucas Engineering, and they call Lucas the Dark Knight. It's bad stuff, but this one fired up and it's running. So that's the good news. Now let's talk about the bad news. The bad news is, as we saw from one of the shorts I posted, we broke a timing belt while we were adjusting the old YUGO motor here, and what that means is bent valves. So I thought, well, maybe they didn't bend. I cranked a few things over, thought I felt some compression, went ahead and ordered another timing belt, got the timing belt in, Holden and I put it on, and we static timed it, got it all set, and of course we bent valves. It's bad. So the motor in this is shot without a valve job. And quite frankly, that's why so many of these YUGOs were lost in the early years. Back in 86, 87, 88, these 1.1s, before they went to the 1.3s, the GVXs, some of the more improved YUGOs. As I said, improved YUGO, as if you can wear, that's like jumbo shrimp. Improved YUGO, military intelligence, improved YUGO. We lost a lot of them because of this interference motor. And unfortunately, even after getting this one unlocked, it was already locked up. We unlocked it. It's an interference motor. The timing belt broke. It is what it is. So we talked about two options. We could go ahead, pull this motor, do a complete valve job. Well, there's several options. There's 1,000 options. We could put a 1.3 out of an X19 in it, a Fiat X19. We could put a 1.5 in it. We could pull this motor, rebuild the 1.1. And all those are great options. We could definitely do any of those things and make it work. The thing about it is, we're not going to do any of those because that would be the super easy and right way to do it. And as you know, this is Whiskey Gas Garage. We don't do anything the right way. We do it the most difficult way possible. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the body off of the frame, and we're going to take the Triumph TR7 here. We're going to strip it down to a rolling frame. I mean, motor, transmission, rear end, gas tank, and that's all that's going to be left of this car when we're done. Because we can do that, right? Of course we can, because we think we can. You give me a Sawzall and some time and a pair of wrenches, we can do anything. So we're going to take this completely apart because this body is just shot. It is just... There's not enough here left to save. And this body's in good shape, just needs paint job, we're working on it. And the wheelbases are less than a half an inch apart. So 95-inch wheelbase, 95.2-inch wheelbase. So essentially the wheelbases are the same, the shock towers are pretty close. This body should, 6 pound, 8 ounce, sweet baby Jesus, fit on this chassis. Maybe. All I can say is maybe. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. So we're gonna do a few things. We got to get this thing on the ground, get it on some casters, get it scooted off to one side so we've got a little more room, and then we need to pull this one more this way so we can just start the disassembly process. I mean, we've got to take every panel, all the bumpers, headlights, again, everything but the motor, the transmission, the frame. And I don't know how much of this is unibody. I don't know how much is on a frame. I don't know any of that. I know this is basically, we got to remove all the suspension and make that work. There's stuff. There's a lot. If we pull this off, that's a big if. If we pull this off, we have a YUGO body beautiful, freshly painted with a really nice interior, sitting on a chassis that we know runs and drives, that is both an automatic with air conditioning and a more reliable 2-liter motor that's apt to go, I don't know, 80 miles an hour, 85 miles an hour. It would be the fastest that a YUGO has ever gone under its own power, minus downhill in a hurricane. This may be the dumbest thing I've ever done in my life. But again, we could do it the easy way. We could pull the motor, we could rebuild it. It could be a YUGO again and do YUGO things and be YUGO-y. Or it could be a YUGO, not GV, not a YUGO GV, not a great value YUGO. It could be a YUGO Triumph. So not just YUGO, but YUGO Triumph. Because that needs to be a thing. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to take our time. There will be several episodes coming up where we're just trying to, I have no idea how to strip all the body panels off this car, but between me and Holden and Black & Decker and DeWalt and the Hobo Freight and miscellaneous other tools, grinders and wheel of deaths and torches. We're going to use torches just because I've got one. We're going to cut this car apart and get it all down to nothing. So give us a few minutes here. We're going to get the wheels back on this, get it down on casters, get it moved out of the way, and then just kind of see where we go from there. So hang in, hang out, and hang on. We're going to give this a shot. This is going to be a good one. All right, looks like we got things moved. We got the old YUGO down on dollies after the third time, and we figured out how these Pittsburgh Hobo Freight dollies work. And one did manage to shoot out from under the tire, caught Holden's leg completely off. He has well, he didn't cut, actually didn't cut him at all, but you know, he's kind of dramatic, so we want to make sure we say that. Just to give you a quick update on the Triumph. Triumph's running right now. Come on in here, it's quiet. Now it needs to be tuned. Let's be straight. It's gonna, the starter's gonna need a little love. It needs a little love in the motor, but at least the motor's running. It's running, it's driving, it's not baby coffee cup smooth, but it might be Coke can smooth. Let's see. It's almost Coke can smooth. So it's going to be a pretty smooth ride. And remember, the idea is to take the YUGO body off. We're going to have to channel the YUGO for the transmission tunnel and all that stuff all the way back. So there'll be lots of work done here, but it should be fun to watch. Just screw this up. But eventually, we're going to have a YUGO with a 2-liter motor, AC, and automatic. I don't know. I've never heard of another one of those three things. AC and automatic? Yeah, had one of those. 2-liter motor, not in the history of mankind. So if it doesn't work, we're going to put a blown 454 big block in the we're not going to do that either. But we are going to get this one running right. So hang in, hang out, hang on.